peace, beautiful people. It is I, your friendly neighborhood ImahX, and look what we got. Ooh, fresh smudge stick. This one is rosemary. The last one was sage. So they both have a little bit of different properties. And you know what? I can't think of them off the top of my head, but let's go ahead. I'll do a little research and I'll have that factoid for you tomorrow. But we're going to go ahead and cleanse the energy of the space and anointed for the energy of ritual. We're going to go ahead and get our 528 hertz tuning fork, a little sound healing to start your day. All right, take a deep breath with me. Inhale through your nose. Excellent. And you know what? Let's do one more. Excellent. I hope everybody had a fabulous weekend. We're going to go ahead. Animal Spirit Oracle started off with the guiding energy. So Most High, angels, spirit guides of our collective on the other side of this Lionsgate portal, but also just in general, timelessly, unto reality. What messages do you have for us this week? Stag Spirit, take the lead. And we're going to do another pull. Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. Okay. When I think of Stag Spirit, my first thought was actually Rudolph. The Rudolph story, especially because we have be fearless and bold over here on the other side. Because, you know, everybody was making fun of Rudolph for his particular unique gifts, but his particular unique gifts are the things that allowed him to be in the lead. He was in the front of the sleigh. Like he took the lead legitimately, and he was the one guiding through the bad weather, through the foggy, because the things that the other reindeers used to mock him for, because in their short-sightedness and their ignorance, they couldn't see how it was an asset, or just in their jealousy because it was different and it was something that they didn't possess. And so they mocked Rudolph for this thing until you wasn't with him shooting in the gym. They wasn't with him shooting in the gym. What's the little red hen? People wasn't helping Shorty bake the bread, but as soon as the bread got baked, oh, here people come like, oh, that smells good. Oh no, but similarly with Rudolph, it was all fun and games and kikis and all of that until it was foggy and Santa was like, yo, the rest of y'all ain't gonna cut it. Y'all ain't got what it takes. And everybody then, oh, now how the reindeer love him, as they shouted out with glee, like glee. They went from looking at they went from that to like, oh, look, it's Rudolph. So understand that is, as you step into yourself, as you step into your anointing, as you step into your purpose and your power, as you take the lead, you're going to have a lot of Johnny-come-latelys. You're going to have a lot of people who used to talk about you behind your back, coming up to you, smiling in your face now. All the time they want to take your place. They're backstabbers. But no weapon formed, shall process or progress. At the end of the day, that's the reason why that's the be fearless part. Because even with that being the case, you're still supposed to step into yourself. You're still supposed to lead with that energy. You're still supposed to be bold with it. And if anything, that's just going to make the people who never wanted to see you succeed in the first place even more mad. But that is the best medicine. It's not even about doing anything to anybody. In order for people to learn their lessons about how you should and how you should not treat people and how you should not interact with people, all it takes is for you to glow up. Look at this badger. Look, he's got a feather and a flower in his hair, like surrounded by daisies. That badger, it's giving very much sleigh energy. Like that is a foxy badger. Also over here, the stag has the antlers adorned. So it's like, yes, step out in your boldest, in your best gear, and take the lead in whatever you do, and understand that your unique gifts make way for you. your unique talents, the things that you were previously ridiculed and mocked for, are going to be the things in the future that people are going to be knocking on your door and asking for your assistance with. So that's why they always say, you know, be careful how you treat people on the way up, or you never know who you're going to need. But we're going to go ahead and get into our moonology. See if we have any clarifying energies for that bit of timeless advice. Full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. Be fearless, let your fears dissolve. It can be very... Taking the lead and stepping into the spotlight it's a very vulnerable feeling, like a full moon, and how this creature is fully illuminated because of it. There's no shadow, there's no place to hide, which means that all of you will be seen, the parts of yourself that you like and also the parts of yourself that you dislike. And that is why being bold, being fearless, and letting your fears dissolve is really just about you fully accepting yourself and understanding that you are doing your best at any given point in time, and understanding your flaws, understanding that they exist and working on them. Okay, this time I made this decision. What can I learn from it? How can I be better next time? Okay, this is how I felt in the situation when I was making that decision. How do I make sure that I don't feel that way, so I don't feel compelled to make a decision if the decision was one that you didn't like the outcome of? Or how do I set myself up to be empowered to make that decision again if it was one that you were proud of? And it's just a refinement process like that. You know, Rome was not built in a day. And when we talks about ebbs and flows, you know, sometimes your best is here and sometimes your best is here, and that is okay. That all of these things, these things make you a stronger and a better leader, because perfection does not exist. So as a leader, the best thing that you can do is be able to navigate and stay internally even when external circumstances fluctuate. Because they are constantly going to. Every day is not going to be 110% in terms of sun, but that's because, once again, all sun makes a desert. Shout out to whichever reader I heard said that. I think it might have been like Lexi the Leo or somebody. Somebody was saying that their grandma said that, and I was like, that's flames. That's actually really fire, as a saying. But let's go ahead and get into our moon, which... Tarot, just going to do one shuffle. Freya, you are worthy, you are loved. And as you see, she's got the black cat Bastet type of archetype protecting her there. We also have the fact that she's kind of in the grooves of these two mountains, and it kind of almost look like wings coming up behind her. Yeah, and that's another reason that it can be difficult to step into leadership, because it can be hard to feel worthy. If, you know, the things that make you worthy and great at leadership are things that people have been telling you are flaws your whole life, it can be difficult for you to wrap your head around how something that used to be, you know, get you this type of reaction is now all of a sudden giving you this type of reaction. It can be very difficult to trust that. So that's why it's important to understand that you are worthy, you are loved. Everything that you are receiving, you are worthy of. You have sown the seeds to reap that fruit. So yeah, and we're going to close it out with our healing energies. Just going to go ahead and do one quick shuffle. Going to get an affirmation for the day. Us to step out into the world. Affirmation: I listen to myself and acknowledge my needs. I assert myself and retain my power. I am brave and gentle. I don't have to be afraid of others. I respect myself and am respected by others. So that is the third card on here to mention fear specifically. So as we step into this week, we want to make sure that we are leaving that on the other side of the Lionsgate portal. We are stepping into the strength and the courage of the Leo energy, and we are being naturally ourselves. And I will see you guys Wednesday for the Room Zoom. Be blessed, be well, be naturally you, and we out. oh, I have a little bit more time